what do you feel is going on in this country? You know, if we would preach on Sodom and Gomorrah, for instance, that's against the law right now. Did you know that? If you teach that lesson of Sodom and Gomorrah, but they call it hate speech.
Yes, yeah. In Iowa, a law was passed saying, basically interpreting it, saying that if a pastor preaches a message and it makes someone who's a transgender feel uncomfortable, he is committing an illegal act, a crime. So this is now being battled right now. Another one that can go to the Supreme Court. Who gets in, who becomes president now affects who will come in the Supreme Court, and they would likely vote, if it's the wrong candidate or the wrong justice, they will vote saying that it is illegal for you to preach those things, and you will have pastors in jail, which you have had in Europe, and you have the shadows of it in Canada now. So don't think that this can't happen. We have that right now. So there's a spirit of defiance, and there's a spirit, and you say that cramps anybody's style. Anybody's style except Christians. They don't mind cramping Christians, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's it. So I just have to kind of, and it's only happened while we're here. I kind of put this together that here, if God was dealing with them in the Harbinger and they could have actually voted, would he not hold them accountable? Because they had a part in this. We have a part, you know? Yes. And I think maybe because believers have been so on the defensive and so don't speak, don't say this. We have big ministries who will never talk about any of these things because they don't want to suffer the consequences of it. And so people get used to not doing anything, and we're on the defensive, and it's just the darkness is coming in. That's not biblical, though. The Bible never says that the light is ever defeated. The light is never defeated. The light always overcomes in some way. And so the thing is that I think we've gotten into this thing, and the problem is that if we don't, then we are actually allowing it. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Then we're saying, okay, darkness, come into our schools, come into our churches, come into our children, and we're responsible for that. That's why we have to stand.
Some of the great orators and great ministers of this day, people that have been my friends, they literally are endorsing the Democratic platform. They're telling their people to do this, and yet when you see the platform, it's all against the gospel. It's against the gospel.
To me, and again, it's not about a person. But it's about the issues. To me, that's a sign of the apostasy, is a sign of the end.
Is this the end?
I'm not talking about.
Are we there?
Well, how can I pull a ballot? But how can I pull it, which is going to mean children are going to be killed because of my vote? Because it will be. Don't say it will be. Even if no matter how many there are, one child's too much. How can I pull a ballot that goes for an abomination against my God? How can I do it? How can I pull it that's going to cause my children or your grandchildren to be indoctrinated against God? How can I do it? I have no excuse for it. I have no answer for it. I don't see how you can do it and name Jesus Christ, Yeshua, Jesus as the Messiah. I don't see how you can do it.